back deck, that is Hercules away.
Roger.
Control, back deck, that is Hercules past the transom.
Roger.
Control, deck, tether is all out.
Roger that. Tether out.
Control, back deck, that is Atalanta off the deck.
Roger.
This is a voice slate. It's a voice slate for H20.
I did not have it on.
4 at 03
Bad
41
Co-pilot.
00 mark.
control deck, all stop 50 meters. Control's been sent to the bridge, or to the van.
Roger that. We have control. Thank you.
You ready? I gotta, did you zero tether wraps? Yeah. I'm gonna, can you, or can I look at the craft to, I'm gonna pan right to the craft, Robert, give it a bump. Okay. It looks like the Atlanta SD cam is struggling. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Looks like it's losing power. Yeah, but that looked like it was losing power. Yeah, Roger. I don't like to go that fast when we're that shallow. I think a little, another 1,000 pounds on it, but get away with it today. It's pretty calm. Roger, what do you want? 3-0? 3-0-ish. What'd you say the bottom depth was? 5? Ish.
To everyone who's tuned in to our live stream of today's dive, welcome. Really excited to share this experience with you all. Today we are diving the northwestern slope of Angar, which is a small island about 30 nautical miles southwest of Malakal Harbor, which is closer to where we were yesterday. No dives have ever been done here, so this will essentially be our first look at the biodiversity and geological features around this island. We'll be surveying up the northwestern slope, starting at about 1,010 meters and moving inshore and up the slope. And during this time, we will be monitoring what communities live there, as well as the various geological features. I'm Alice. I am the Science Communication Fellow for this particular dive. And I think as soon as folks are finishing up what they're looking at, I'd like to start some introductions. We're currently descending, and Hercules is about 200.
Go for Rachel. Gotcha, I'm headed up now.
Hello to everyone who's just joined in. I see we have viewers from all over the world, Palau, Canada, Australia, UK. Is that better? Thank you, Dave. And I think now that we're descending pretty steadily, now is a great time for some introductions. So let's start with the front row today. Dave, you want to start?
Hi, I'm Dave Robertson. I'm the lead video engineer on this expedition, sitting in the video chair and zooming in on things when we see fun stuff. I'm from Anchorage, Alaska, and I've been on Nautilus since 2017. Introduce yourself, Dan.
Dave, I can barely hear you. I can't adjust your volume.
Yeah, anyway, we're doing introductions. We're doing introductions.
Yeah, I can barely hear you.
I'll fix that.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I off one of these panels open?
No, go for it.
How about that, Dan? Is that better?
Yeah, still very faint.
Okay.
It's locked out for videos locked and bridge are locked out for some reason.
Yeah, there's a reason for that I don't like.
I also can't hear you, Dave.
Okay.
Huh.
I just bumped up my gain 6 dB.
You got three beams there.
Yeah.
I'm going manual. I'll come. I'll stop for a minute if you want to come around.
All right, while the front row gets their audio fixed and calibrated, let's continue on with the back row.
I can start. I missed the what are we saying about ourselves? I'm guessing this is intros. Sorry.
Oh no,
I
it's
was
okay.
training.
Name, role, where you're from,
Okay.
and I mean, I don't know how much people like answering this because I love answering this. Whatever organism you would like to inhabit their brain.
Inhabit the brain of, you neuroscientist over there. Do I get extra points for saying what I think you did?
I'm gonna
yes,
jump in
but I
there,
don't know if it
back
would
row.
be correct.
Sorry.
row.
Yep. Are we getting close?
And we have altitude there.
All
so
right,
we
sure.
need to focus.
We will pick back up after bottom checks.
Perfect, thank you.
I don't want to smash into the seabed at the lightning speed of 10 meters a minute. Is that right, Robert? I can't catch you, and I'm doing 35 meters a minute.
Well, I quit doing my horizontal move. I'll slow it or stop it for now.
Can you zoom in a little more for me, Lynette?
Yeah, just a second. Oops.
That's the one I want to see, thank you. Okay, I'm going to click in auto heading there because we're loose.
Yeah.
Auto heading.
I'm just keeping it stretched out.
Or is it not that stretched out? You're only 10 meters away, but you're 20 under me, so
Yeah.
I can't catch you.
I'm not letting you catch me.
I see that.
That'd be bad.
Would be bad. We can't even get into the neighborhood. Okay, 25 meters, Hercules altitude. Looks like uphill is to the
North?
south.
Good.
Looks like you're on the uphill side there. 20 meters.
It,
15 meters, I'm all stopped there. Let's spin around and look up the hill.
A little leisure.
Yeah, that's Atalanta looking up the hill for the most part to the south. Looks like uphills, also to the east.
Good.
Seabed.
oop,
Right from there.
found it.
I did.
Classic classic Robert Waters landing
Yeah.
for everyone to see in Atlanta camera.
Great.
Look at that depth. Look at that depth. Beautiful.
Is it?
Robert actually exceeded it for a second there.
Oh, Jesus.
You're only as good as your last, you know what. Can
Right on the target, though.
can I switch to
You can do what you want.
dive special? Or you?
Do your thing.
It's easier to do the white balance thing if I can see the other.
Can I switch you to DVL?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so we have to click this. Oops.
Are you ready, Robert? Or
I'm ready. Do your thing.
doing it? Craft coming hot. Somewhere there, Dave.
Yeah, so we're there. So we got here. Come a little bit closer. Oh, got out of the light that way.
Not that close.
Not that close.
If you touch, you're too close.
That's right there. I'll do it. Okay, black balance and going to black right now. And white balance.
We got, what does it say, 5.
Okay, all done with white balance. Thank you very much.
Gauges are good.
Right.
Craft is disabled.
All right, what are we doing? Oh, I talking? Yeah, I'm talking.
Okay, y'all ready to go?
Yeah, we're all set.
Okay, our first waypoint is more or less south. When you're ready, I can get the ship moving that way.
I'm ready.
Yeah, we're
All
ready.
right, back row.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay. Bridge nav. Can we move 30 meters bearing 170, please? Thank you.
All sixes. Close enough for government work.
And as we're moving, I would just love flyby zooms on the possible bio things we see.
All right. Are you seeing?
What is the black spindly thing in front of us?
It's like a stick.
Yeah, it probably is a sunken stick.
Can we zoom in on the stick?
Yeah,
There's a fish.
a fish. Oh, there's a coral right below it. Oh, kind of
Or-
pink.
yeah, there's a.
Oh, no, it's
shrimp.
a shrimp.
Oh, it's so
Sweet.
cute.
A wee shrimp.
A wee shrimp. Thank you.
It's a pretty good uphill. 20 meters to the east of Atalanta there.
Are we going due south?
170.
Turn my head a bit, see if I can. Let's put Atalanta on 170.
Dave, can we zoom in again?
Anemone, palm frond thingy floating by. It's weird being this shallow. There's so much more, yeah, just terrestrial debris.
Yeah.
All right, you can zoom out.
Find the wall, Robert. Find the wall.
Find a wall.
Wanna look at it? Looks like urchin. Did you want to
Yeah.
look at that? Yeah.
It's okay. We saw a bunch of those yesterday.
All right.
I want the wall.
Are we shooting for the wall, or are we just going on this herring?
Is the wall right in the direction of where we're trying to go?
So it's a little bit off the port,
Rumor has it.
but not. It looks like it's converging, sort of.
Yeah, like in a U. Might as well just
Keep
go
going.
as we're going
Right.
and see if we hit it.
All right. And dragging the bottom. Snow plowing.
Got some fuzz in the danger zone, Dan.
What's that? Yeah, I know.
A little bit.
Robert needs a light to afterburner, so he's lagging. You gotta crack the whip on him,
All
Lynette.
right.
I'm gonna smell the
Samantha's going to
roses
take
here.
over, so Samantha will do that.
Good target. Due south of Atalanta there. Big rock.
is auto depth better now that you get to change out the peril? Did you try it?
I never use it. I haven't tried it. Want to run out to your end of your leash there. Some big rocks coming up if you want time to look around.
You're really a backseat driver, aren't you?
Yeah. We got grief yesterday for a lottie dot. And mud is boring. There we go. Some rocks. See him in Atlanta.
I thought this would have more stuff on it.
There's more in our future. There's the ball I'm talking about. I like that red on the sonar.
Lynette, how fast are we moving? Or is that Samantha?
That's Samantha in there.
Samantha, how fast are we moving? Just for my reference.
Hello. We are currently stopped.
Oh,
The
okay.
ship is stopped. So
What's that right there? Going out of frame, bottom right center. I'm sorry, I'm not next to the telestrator, the orange thing. Is that an
Zoom in,
anemone or
Dave.
something cooler?
Oh.
It's a decorator crab.
Yeah.
Oh, with an anemone.
Yeah.
Lovely. Do we want to keep moving?
Yeah, sure.
Great.
Let Robert fly out to the end of his leash, Samantha. He's getting run over at
Roger.
the moment. It's going to get steep here, so.
All right, we've had enough of this crab. right?
Yeah, all good. Nice anemone.
A quick zoom there, Dave.
Well, are you feeling a decent current?
It's not bad at all. No.
Huh. Looks like it's holding on.
Yeah.
Cool, thanks.
That's just the way he parts his hair.
Can we look at the white corals real quick?
Yep.
Any of them?
Zoom in again, Dave.
Huh. Okay, maybe if we see another one of those in the future, get a close-up zoom. Unless it's easy now. I don't want to.
Can you be my camera guy there, Dave?
Roger. What are we looking at?
This is
Just
cool.
whatever this is in front of us, yeah.
Should be good for a tight zoom.
If it's possible to zoom further, it'd be great.
What's that?
Huh, that's a weird coral.
What about it is weird?
Just not one of the taxa I'm familiar with. If it is a coral, the polyps are, yeah, very strange and fine, kind of hairy-like.
We got more if you want.
Sure.
Go for it, Dave. Fill your boots.
Oh, that's it. Full zoom.
Oh, are we racked out, Roger?
It's not particularly, no.
I'm going to extend
All
the
right.
camera.
Well,
You
thanks for
all right
that.
with
Yeah, that's good.
All right, moving on.
Roger. Okay, Zeus is extended in theory.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to pan you to the left again to match you up with your lower camera there. It's a little slow. I can't tell if it's moving at all. Now it's moving. Sorry.
All right. Thank you.
Ready? Ready
Ready.
for a move? Roger.
Right.
We're moving. Bridge nav. Let's put in a move for 30 meters, bearing,
It was 170.
yeah, let's do
Yeah.
170 at 0.3 knots, please. Three 0 meters, 170 at 0.3 knots. Thank you.
You good if I do a quick bow break, Robert?
Do it.
Doing it.
Hmm? What you humming over there?
Oh, it just looks like we're going to have some interesting waypoints on the way here. These little knolls. So science, what speed are we looking to go? Are we trying to move pretty quickly across the seafloor?
Yeah, I think we're trying to move a little faster. The focus of this dive, my understanding, is a bit more geomorphological than it is biological, so just flyby zooms on things, but we can keep moving along.
Great. A jaunty stroll.
So I don't know, like at least 0.3, I guess.
Yeah. 0.3 knots, jaunty stroll. We can also speed up too, but
yeah, I guess we'll feel out the topography. I don't want the pilots to get nervous with if we have a lot of futures.
any bio we're particularly on the lookout for?
What was that, Samantha?
Any bio we're on the lookout for in particular?
Zoom in, Dave.
No bio that we're after in particular, but we are trying to compare what we're seeing here to what was seen at similar depths, or I guess slightly deeper depths in the previous two cruises. And so I had a look just before this watch at, yeah, our records from the most similar dives that were previously done, and so far seeing pretty similar things.
That was
Although not particularly dense here at 500-ish, 480-ish meters.
Yeah.
So we'll see if it picks up. While we're over the sandier bottom, Alice, you had asked for intros, and I forgot most of what you said, but I'll just say I am Leela Bellucci. I'm sitting in the data logger seat, and I'm science manager on this expedition, and I am from Brooklyn, New York, and I think that Alice would inhabit an arthropod if she could.
Okay, that's a real big group. Definitely an arthropod, but we're talking about like what? Like hundreds of thousands, millions of species within arthropods. I'm sure you can narrow it down.
A crustacean, a decapod.
Yes. Okay, definitely crustacean, definitely decapod. And I won't make you go further than that.
Thank you. I don't know further than that off the top of my head. Yep. Mute is right here. There you go.
How's that? Oh, yep. I'm Derek Ung. I'm an engineer working for QCed scripts. Kind of out of my element here, but I will do my best. I'm from the San Fernando Valley in Southern California, the original valley.
Please zoom on that squatty.
And so yeah, I would inhabit. I'll choose a narwhal. You know, see what that's like.
That's a really good one.
Thank you.
I don't know if it's possible to zoom on that squat lobster as we drift by. It was on the left on that boulder.
On the left on the
Just
boulder.
yeah, right there. Just came into frame, center.
Like at the lasers? Zoom in there?
Zoom, it's left and up.
Left and up. Oh, I see.
Leela, we got a yo to Leela from Brooklyn. So there is definitely someone who's
Love it.
shouting you out.
Thank you. Hello.
Oh, look at it.
Yeah. I'm going to guess Galatheoidor munited, but I will double check on that. That's good. Thank you.
That's good?
Yep, just getting some pictures. Yep.
Look at how long those antennae are. They're pretty significant.
Okay to keep putting in moves, pilots?
I'm good.
Oh, yeah.
Great. Bridge, nav.
Hello, I'm Jacob Springman. I'm
We can add another 30 meters, 170.
autonomous vehicle engineer with Scripps Institution of Oceanography. I'm from Southern California, Redondo Beach.
We need to
I'm
get
just
your
enjoying the
microphone
ride
up in
here.
front of your mouth,
So,
Jacob.
I've never thought about a marine animal I'd like to inhabit.
Does it have to be an animal? It can be a rock or a machine.
rock.
Is there a
Or a
particular machine that you would like to inhabit?
Machine.
Inhabit the brain of? This becomes very philosophical.
How's that? There you go. A machine I'd like to inhabit. That might be harder than an animal.
Okay.
I think I'll stick with a simple one and go with a dolphin.
Lots
Like a
of
good
squat
dolphin.
lobsters.
Front row, do you want to go? Samantha, can we start with you?
Sure, so it sounds like we're doing name, role, and animal we wish to inhabit?
Yes.
Or machine?
Or machine.
Or robot?
Seeing
Okay.
as we have several engineers in here.
I'm Samantha Wishnak. I am the expedition leader for this expedition, NA169. I'm also sitting in as the navigator right now, and my day job is operations coordinator for the Ocean Exploration Trust, which owns and operates Nautilus. You'll also see me in the data logger seat later today during this dive.
Whoop, whoop.
I identify with squid. I love the chromatophores that can change color and blend into their different environments, so I would love that experience. Over to Amanda, who's next to me.
Can we zoom in right there? On the lasers?
Can you zoom in, Dave? Can't even see the lasers. The lasers.
Another squatty.
There you go.
Another munited, maybe.
I am Amanda Bittinger. I am navigator in training on this
Again?
cruise.
Yep, thanks. Nice.
from Asheville, North Carolina, and I would embody a clownfish.
A clownfish. Nice.
Nice.
Oh, am I up?
You're up.
All right. I'm Robert Waters. I'm OET facilities manager and ROV engineer when I'm not out here. And I guess I'll go with the old Orca.
Oh,
Nice.
really?
Why?
Because it's cool.
Okay.
I don't know.
Interesting. I wouldn't have
It's on
guessed
the
that.
top of it. What would I be?
I
What
don't
would
know. I
you
wouldn't
think?
have. I wouldn't have guessed orca.
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed orca. I wouldn't have guessed.
Wait,
like
I
a
want to, now I
marine
know what
mammal.
you guys would have guessed.
Yeah.
What would you have guessed that I would have guessed?
I
I
don't
would
know.
go
I
with
guess.
young orca instead of old orca.
Yeah.
Look at that big
That would
spot
be
lobster
better,
in the
yeah.
upper cam. Or a big crab in the upper cam. I don't know what that is.
The one on the right.
Off to our right, yeah. There it is. Please zoom on that friend.
How
quickly.
old do orcas get?
Quite old, actually.
Oh, I don't know. At least like, I want to say they can get like 60 something.
I think even more. I think there's been photos
Older?
of orcas in the San Juan Islands that have been photographed in like the turn of the century and that are
Can
still.
you zoom in,
Yeah.
Dave?
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, there are a lot of really well documented pods. That's a cool karabi.
Karabi as in crabby. Sorry. People should just ignore me. I'm not here. Oh, it's
It's
clean.
only
its
1:30 in the
antenna.
afternoon. We're
I
not-
know. It's
we got
true.
a lot of hours to be loopy. Is that the scientific name?
That's
Karabi?
great. Thank you. No, it is not the scientific name. Yeah, a karabi.
Okay. We had a late night.
That's great. Thanks for the zooms.
It's beautiful.
Are they eating marine snow, do we think?
Yeah, I don't know if they're
There's-
collecting that on their bristles and eating the marine snow, but yeah, suspension feeding of some kind right now with their maxilla.
There's not much else to see down here.
So something that I found interesting about that squat lobster, I would also guess that it's some sort of filter feeder, but most crustaceans have two sets of antennae, and the ones that were more prominent on these were the ones that are usually used for touch as opposed for smelling. So I don't know. I would think that if it was a squat lobster that was looking for food, it would have more prominent antennules, also known as the first pair of antennae, to kind of, quote, sniff the water around them.
You want to look at the coral?
Yeah, sure. That'd
Zoom in,
be
Dave.
good.
Bridge, no?
Looks like the same one as
Samantha?
before.
Right now, Hercules is directly under Atalanta.
Or,
Yeah. Okay.
you know, I
Well,
would
you wanna
say it was spongy
Alright,
if it were
we
not
good?
for the little fibers.
Wait till he's
Yep.
10
That's
to
good.
20
Thank you.
meters out in front, please, especially when we're coming up on the steep stuff. And
Roger.
it moves pretty fast since we're so shallow,
Okay.
so we get it instantly.
I'll try and go fast so that you can't see anything.
Dan, I think it's your turn to tell us what creature or robot, organic or inorganic, you would inhabit.
Hi, I'm Dan. I'm sitting in the Atalanta/Argus chair. I would probably inhabit a benthic ctenophore. Retire on my
Ooh,
coral
look
in
at
this
this one.
dish.
Zoom in, zoom in.
I thought
Oh,
you'd
yeah.
have been like a
That's
3D
great,
printer,
thanks.
You'd have to work too hard.
That's the same kind of Calyptrophora looking primnoid that we collected yesterday. That's great. Thank you.
All right, moving on. What's the pink thing under the rock there?
We actually have some
Yeah,
answers
what
coming
is-
in.
Oh yeah, looks like there's a Chonox maybe down there.
Yeah. Can you zoom in, Dave?
And then on the coral to the left would be great after. Look at that.
It looks
Yeah.
like bubble gum.
That's cutie. That's a type of anglerfish. Chanox. Actually, it's very mottled looking. Cool pattern. I don't know. Maybe it's some other variation.
All right, we good on that?
Yep, that's good.
Right. Then you see that up to the left.
Yeah, there's that coral that looks kind of like a fire coral almost, with the lighter tips.
Zoom in on that, Dave.
Yeah. That's great, thanks.
All right. Is that a cup coral down there too?
Yeah, there was. We've seen a couple of those yellow cup corals that they also collected previously.
We have a couple viewers who have shared what types of organism that they would like to inhabit. And a couple standouts are dragonfish and a stalked predatory tunicate.
Oh, interesting. Those
Very
are cool ones.
Yeah.
You want to break the moves down to 20-meter moves, Robert, so you don't get run over?
Are we getting? Is it going to get steeper here?
Yeah.
Well,
doesn't look like it's getting.
Yeah, we're coming. We're on our way to a little sea mound, but
that's not very big.
It's gonna flatten out. Yeah, and then after that, no, it looks like it's actually flattening out a bit here.
Does anyone
Some
happen?
big rocks in the immediate future.
Yeah, but they're just rocks. They're not walls.
All right.
Does anyone happen to know if
In any case, I think
Norbit is
zoom in
recording?
on that.
Good for a move.
Sure, we can do a quick one. Then,
And then, yeah, we can move.
Isocrinid.
You want to keep it 30
stalked
meters?
crinoid.
I'm okay with that.
Bridge, Nav.
They have these
It all
really
depends on what we end
cool
up looking at.
extensions on their stock.
30 meters, 170.
All right, did you get enough of that?
Yep, that's good.
Are there other sessile echinoderms in addition to the stalked crinoids?
Let's see. Not urchins, not unstalked crinoids, not sea cucumbers, not sea stars. Those are the ones that come to mind. Not that I can think off the top of my head right now.
Cool.
Oh, our first chrysogorgia.
So are they the barnacle of the echinodome world?
Sure, is similar. They are both in that they are both that they're both sessile and are filter feeding or suspension feeding.
Tugging.
Okay, sorry, that was a little bit of a reach, but
What?
Tugging.
Target?
You're tugging.
Oh, tugging. You're just never happy over there.
I don't know.
Like Mr. Magoo
maybe no
over
one.
there, too slow or too fast.
Mr. Magoo, wow.
Maybe no one front row knows the answer to this, but do we know if Norbit is recording or just running?
We do not have Norbit controls up here, so do not know.
Thank you.
All right, you wanna
We're
zoom in, Dave?
Oh,
we're
Rachel.
double checking. Norbit's rolling.
Great, thanks, Rachel. That looks like bottle brush chrysogorgid. And they always have these squat lobster friends, or often these chirostylid, often Europtychus associates. That's great, thanks.
Beautiful shot, right?
Yeah. And even just this zoom footage is really helpful for taxonomists to work on these things, just to, you know, it could be right there, but if we don't zoom in on it, there's no way to know from our video footage that it is there. So even if we don't collect it, it's just useful to see. Thank you.
Yeah.
I have a question for the engineers here. Someone just asked, what is the buoyancy of the ROV tether? And how does that play out in relation to the current?
So it's pretty neutral, but we have some floats and a bit of lead on it to kind of put a catenary in it, so it kind of looks like an S shape. It just makes it easier to manage it. So if you start at Atalanta, there's a chunk of lead, like, what was it, 10 meters? 10 meters, Dan?
A third of the way of the tether.
Yeah, a third of the way anyway. There's a
10
chunk
meters.
of lead that keeps the tether hanging down straight from Atalanta, and then there's two syntactic foam floats that are, 2/3 and 1/3 from Herc.
What does syntactic mean?
It's a matrix of epoxy in little tiny glass spheres.
So does that make it more or less buoyant than, say, like the foam people would be used to?
It depends on how much, the percentage of epoxy the glass beads and how thick the shell of the glass bead is. So that the syntactic's rated by its the amount of buoyancy per cubic foot. And there's man-rated foam. So like like the Alvin would have like higher quality foam, like the way that the glass beads are mixed in very evenly.
So on Hercules, the syntactic foam is that yellow pack
Yeah,
at the top of the vehicle.
and it's pretty heavy. It's a significant amount of the weight, the air weight of the vehicle, but that's what gives it buoyancy when it's in the water.
Okay to keep moving?
Yep.
Bridge, Nav?
In the air, how much does Hercules weigh?
30 meters, 170.
6,000 pounds, 6,000 and change.
6,000.
Just for front row awareness, as we're starting the ship moving, because it's also kind of a weird spot, I won't request a sample of any of these, but this coral question mark sponge thing we've been seeing, I think would be good to get a snip of at some point. Come across another one in a better spot.
Okay, I don't know which thing you're referring to.
The white branching.
The white. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that we've zoomed a couple times on.
Just right in front of us.
Yep.
Do you want to stop the ship?
I mean, is this a good spot, or is it weird with
Well, we're actually out in front, so it'd be good.
Bridge.
Okay.
Nav.
Could we zoom on that quick to make sure it is
Hold
the
position.
same
Yeah.
thing? That's looking like a coral now, not like the sponges from earlier.
Not interested now. You want to zoom in, Dave?
Yeah, nope, that's not what we're after, but
All right.
good quick zoom. We could look if one of the other branching things, just to there was another one a little closer over to the left, could be
Okay.
the sponge. On a different boulder, a closer boulder.
Closer behind us, boulder?
Yes. Right there, those
The little wee ones?
yep, the wee ones.
Hey everyone, just as an update, we double checked and Norbit is in fact recording.
Can we zoom
Okay,
in, Dave?
thanks, Rachel.
Dave?
Yep, that looks like it. So, yeah, if we could take a snip of one of those, or depending on how big it is, the whole thing, that would be great.
You happy with that spot there, Dan?
Yeah, you happy?
I'm happy.
Adeline's is happy.
It's fairly small, so the whole thing, and we've seen a lot of them, so
Come on.
the whole thing would be great.
You can zoom in, Dave. Zoom
And
into
what's it? Where's this going, in the box or?
Yeah, in a box. We can just put it forward to keep it easy.
All right.
Push right in for me so I can. Thank you.
Unless forward is harder since we're leaning on the porch. Whatever works for you.
No, it's okay.
Is this brittle or not brittle?
Looks like.
It looks little, like 10 centimeters.
No, he's brittle, right?
Oh, brittle, you said.
Brittle.
I don't know. We can test.
Poke of science.
The poke of science. It is
yeah.
brittle. Oh, that doesn't look like it's going to want to come with us
It's
easily.
probably
That's a
gonna
slurp.
Yeah, we can do slurp.
Roger. I'm gonna bump the. You can stay zoomed in, Dave. I'm gonna bump the porch up,
Okay.
which is gonna. You're gonna have to adjust your camera, right? You
Yeah,
ready?
well, I might get kicked off, but try to be Gentile.
Gentile porch bump, Roger. Here we go. You can zoom back in on the coral, Dave. Yeah, while I mess around here. Give me a second.
Which jar are we on there?
Working on it. Are you pushing buttons or am I?
I'm pushing camera buttons. I'm not pushing
Roger.
slurp buttons.
Messing with the slurp here. Let's give it a flush. And that's going to be jar number 1. In theory. Try not to bump you here. We'll get our slurp gun deployed.
You already got suction on?
Not yet. Oh. I didn't want to steal your beans.
You ready?
Yeah, ready. Give it maybe 75. I don't know. Oh, that's 50.
Okay, how do I get this to stay?
You just keep holding it till it goes blue. Now it's locked on. Touch it again and it'll go off.
That was smart to put the Sharpie on the edge of the slurp thing.
You might have to give the PRB a little more. See what we get here. Push in a little more, Dave.
That's max right
There
there.
you go.
Oh, yeah.
You got plenty of beans.
Plenty of beans. You want the whole thing, Leila?
Yeah, sure. Increase our chances of nice whole pieces. All right, that'll be okay. I haven't seen anything come through yet.
Oh yeah, it came through.
It did?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Multiple pieces.
All right,
I'll turn
good,
it
I
off
missed
and
it.
they'll fall.
Okay, it's because we've got a lot of beans on.
That was only 50%.
Really?
Half beans.
Yeah.
It's more of a taco than a burrito.
Looks like it's still running. Why is there still current flow?
Still blue over here for some reason. Should be off now.
Yeah.
What sample number is this thing?
Okay, craft
This
is
is
disabled.
17.
You want me to give it a shake?
Yeah, bump the jar.
Rather.
Okay. Oh, they're so teeny tiny. All right, that's great.
Yeah.
Thanks. All right, ready to move on.
Very nice.
Back to the flush jar. When you're ready, I'll suck the porch in.
Yeah, go for it.
Porch going in. Craft is disabled.
Ready for a move? Bridge, nav. 30 meters, 170.
Oh, a little black coral. Brazingid.
You want to look at it?
That's okay.
Right.
Have we collected any rock samples yet?
Negative.
We have not.
But there's a big one, 60 meters in front of us, 40 meters in front of us.
Let's see it.
Gotta watch out.
Can we fit that?
Yeah. Don't tempt him.
I could have got that one in the box yesterday.
I was just thinking that. I knew you were going to say something. Sure you could have.
There's no prize for the biggest rock.
It's true.
I'm not looking for a prize, I just like the fun. Our record, by the way, is 863 pounds for one expedition.
Wait,
we've gotten more than that.
once.
We've
Not
gotten
at
more
once.
than that for sure. We've sent out pallets.
Steve made me help him carry them all down the gangway.
Can't believe it. Look at this nice overhang.
Yeah, the biggest rocks I've ever processed you collected, Dan.
I have one in my garden that we got with Sebastian. I had to bring it home with a pickup truck.
Alvin's got a lot more payload. You can load that thing up.
Where do they go on Hercules? Because they wouldn't fit in the bio box.
Yeah,
you can fit pretty big ones.
Okay.
On the side, yeah, on the starboard box.
Yeah.
But Dan, you've had
Sometimes you
porch
just-
rocks before too,
Yeah,
right?
just lay them on the porch.
Sometimes you have to move the other arm to hold it in.
Oh yeah, right. Stability.
We typically
Fore
don't
arm.
because the deck chief doesn't like it when rocks fall off of
No.
Hercules onto his toes.
I
or
wonder
his head.
why. Yeah.
Well, you got all the delicate camera bits out there too now.
That's true.
Yeah.
Those are a little different.
A lot of crinoids right here. Maybe zoom on one of those as we fly over.
Hey, zoom in, Dave.
Hermit crab.
And a shrimp. There's a crinoid on a tiny coral and a tiny shrimp on the tiny crinoid.
Looks like a little tube worm oxygen too.
Oh yeah.
What's that crinoid sitting on?
The bottom one?
Yeah, glass
It looks like a frayed sponge or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
And a squat lobster on that. Cool. Thank you.
Beautiful shot, Robert.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
I can slow that down for you a bit again.
It is all right.
Yeah. Look at
Finally,
Or
those
I got
arms
lucky
are
anyway.
so beautiful.
another beautiful shot.
All right, carrying on.
Alrighty.
So you can kick me out whenever, Dan. I don't know. I'm not keeping track of time. So.
Happy over here with my
You got things
vintage craft manipulator.
things to mess with.
I get to watch.
Getting down to the last hurrahs with the old craft there.
Yeah.
We have a question from a viewer in regards to our previous conversation about heavy rocks. Do we have plates, and how many plates do we have to drop if we collect too many rocks? Does Herc ever get too heavy to bring up?
Well, we generally try and plan, like if it's going to be a rock dive, you take extra plates, and then, so we have lead weight that we can take off, and then so we can have, you know, disposable plates in place of the lead plates. So currently we only have two, we call them Alvin plates because they're the same as what the submarine uses, and they're 16.5 pounds each in water. So
You feel a lot heavier on deck.
yeah.
Speaking of dropping stuff on your toes.
You want to zoom on that?
So they're catching things in their various arms and then shuttling that towards their mouth, whatever's floating by, as many things do in the deep sea. Nice, twofer. Yeah.
Oh.
Look at those eyes.
Beady little eyes.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, those antennae are definitely moving. Are these little cup coral, or?
Yeah, I don't know what that is on it.
something? Yeah.
I don't see. Yeah, it's hard to tell. No polyps sticking out or anything.
Mysterious polyps. Wow, crinoids are just gorgeous down here.
They are.
It's a nice sea star around here, right?
All right. Are you on this coral, you mean?
Yeah.
You want to zoom on that, Dave?
Oh, big one behind it too. Top right.
Big sea star, little coral.
Yeah, we've got a basket star there.
Sorry,
on
basket star. Yeah.
what is it on? On the skeleton of a gold coral. That's a really pretty shot there. You can see why they're called gold corals.
God, those
Got
things
these-
freak me out.
I know, and we've collected them, and they're just so big and weird to handle.
The ship has stopped, by the way. So.
Roger.
That's really pretty to see
You
the gold
gotta
skeleton.
get going.
Yep.
Scoot.
Amazing. Yeah.
I got no. Oh, am I all the way over? Probably all the way over. All right.
All
Carrying
right.
on.
Thank
Gorgeous. You can see the gold.
you. Yeah, that's really pretty. So that's the bottle brush coral that we were seeing earlier, just without any tissue left on it.
There's a really big coral colony to the top
Yeah.
right of
As the spindly yellow one, right?
that. Yeah.
That looks a lot like, well, I'll give it a second to see it. Oh.
There it is.
Yeah, if we could look at it a little closer briefly, that'd be cool.
Let me zoom in on that, Dave.
Bamboo. Yeah.
Also a good example of the naming there with the bleached
Yeah,
section.
right, exactly. You can see the lines of the gorgonin protein concentrated in those bands on the skeleton, and then also the tissue-covered sections over here. And it's cool. It's got those two different colors. I haven't seen that before. All right, thanks for Zoom.
Moving on.
Here's some
So it's gorgonin protein?
interesting bathymetry there in Atlantis on it.
You want to do a quick zoom on that thing? Dave?
Oh, that's a stocked crinoid with other crinoids on it, with feather stars, unstocked crinoids.
Gorgeous.
It's a cool comparison.
Yeah, that large crinoid definitely looks like something out of the fossil record.
Yeah.
Come to life.
And they were for a long
yeah.
time one of the main things creating little forests of stocked crinoids on the seafloor. Kind of at the same time as there were the ammonites.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zoom out.
Are you happy for a move?
Oh yeah. Looks like, well, there's some stuff here, so maybe go 20.
Hold. 20. Bridge nav.
I guess I'm out in front. You can do 30. I'm out in front.
30 meters, 170. You want to slow down, or is 0.3 knots okay?
I think we're okay.
Okay.
Might be some stuff on this wall, though.
Yeah, looks like it.
Hey Rachel, are you listening?
Coming up.
Coming up with you. Sorry.
No, I'm actively tuning out the dive. What's up?
Can you full screen Rustbrock for me again? That was magic. Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I can't get over there too far.
Glad
You
we
wanna-
could get
you
that
wanna
extra,
scoot us
5%
over so we
screen
get
real
closer
estate
to
for it.
that?
Sure.
I'll square up with it, Robert. Bringing my head to the right a bit.
So you're talking 200?
Sure.
Great. Bridge nav. Can we change heading to 200?
I guess we can stop and smell the roses right here.
Yeah.
You want to do that instead? Or well, let's move the ship a little bit over.
No, I'm gonna stop and smell the roses. You're gonna keep marching.
Only one person can smell the roses at a time.
Zoom in, Dave.
Yeah, so we've been seeing a lot of these dendrophilid cup corals. They look like dendrophilid cup corals with the bright yellow tissue, but you can see their white skeleton underneath, and a big Brisingid sea star next to it, of course.
There's some fish back there. There's the big tophids or something, probably.
Cool, thanks. Yeah, it does look like a myctophid. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And Victor Gorgia.
Oh, I love that one.
I didn't get much love on that last swat, so.
No?
No.
No, we all ignored it.
Yeah.
Well, it's
It pops next to the yellow so nicely.
Yeah.
I like the Victor Gorgia, one of my favorites.
Yeah, I was asking Steve why it's purple. He said they think it has something to do with metabolites that it produces, and that maybe it was an ancestor, a shallower ancestor had a reason to have the purple color, and it just wasn't selected against as it ended up being deeper. But yeah, reasons for why things are different colors in the deep sea are not always clear, especially with those bright not red colors.
Got a bigger fish stick, the shadow in the distance there. Or maybe just got it in front of the light.
I don't see it. You've got the fisheye up there.
I think it just swam in front of the light. It was just a big shadow.
You can't see the fisheye on that big screen up
No, I just mean he is the fisheye. He's got the eye for the fish.
Yeah, I would have said Robert would have picked a fish. That's, I think,
A fish, really?
Yeah. Yeah, like some interesting deep sea fish. I don't know, like barrel eye. It's like halfway to a submarine. No?
So when you think...
I don't know. I'm not really... It's not my goal to be a sea critter.
Ooh, look at there. There's a, to the left, the pinky orangey thing. That just did a fun move. Is that another anglerfish?
Can we zoom in, Dave?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tonnicop City.
It just ate something. I think we missed it. It rapidly jumped forward.
What are these small fish here on the bottom right?
Oh, I think
on top
those
right.
were maybe McTovids, yeah.
Okay. They're almost turquoise, or is that just the way the light's hitting them?
They're on
what
was
was
that?
yesterday, and there was a McTophid that was, yeah, the fluorescent-y or glowing kind of.
Yeah, the iridescent.
Interesting.
Yeah, we saw some really iridescent fish yesterday, including the rat tails.
Wow. Yeah.
Come on, do it. You know you want to.
This is your chance to shine.
Oh.
You could be famous.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. That's not the way you do it.
Caved under pressure. Oh. It does look like it's trying. Another fishy?
Yeah. It's
maybe a scorpaniform fish on the bottom left there.
You want to zoom in on that, Dave?
No, I'm all good.
I might pull you a little bit, Robert.
You don't like
sure.
that one? What's wrong with that one?
Ship is stopping.
All right. Carrying on.
Thank you. That was cool.
Oh my gosh.
Virgin Central there.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
I'm always so curious what makes this one rock
I
worth
know.
it.
Why?
Zoom in, Dave.
It was like that, you know, at methane seeps too. There'd be one animal. There's just thousands of. Why this one at this site? And it's really pretty shot in the upper camera with the basket stars and the urchins. They have one of my favorite feeding appendages of any invertebrate, the Aristotle's lantern. And when you dissect an urchin, you take out that kind of jaw-like mouth from the bottom. It has just such a beautiful way of interlocking. It's split into 5 sections, and all of them fit together so beautifully and are held together by such delicate tissue. I just love them.
Looks like a bunch of stock sponges up here at the top, too.
Robert, can you reset the
Yeah.
TPL?
Oh, I gotta hurry up.
You're all right. Ship stopped, and it's
Yeah, we're stopped.
I'm up above the ridge of the cliff. You're right on the ridge there.
Did you want to look at any of these, or?
We can keep moving.
If you sweep to your left a little, Robert, before you go, you'll go along the ridge line a bit there.
Oh, yep.
Might find some more critters on the top here.
I am always happy to zoom on anything, but progress is
right,
the goal. So
in,
as long as it's
well,
not keeping us from moving forward.
Well,
we can look at one as an example.
I mean, we're not jetting.
What progress have we made in what amount of time? Not a lot. Okay, then
Not a lot.
as fast as ROV is comfortable with, is totally fine with us
Zoom
back
out.
here.
I can do some math.
Zooms are just opportunistic.
Okay.
Okay, carrying on. So we're still doing 200? Or,
Yeah.
or
Let's do
did
that.
you want to get on
Well,
track?
do we want to actually hit the top of this little mound?
You're going to have looks like you got a bit of a drop off there. If you change your head to the right a little, we'll get an orbit sweep, and you'll see how steep it is there. You might have to turn around or go sideways.
Oh, you're looking over there. I see.
I'm going to come up there. You got to go a little slower. Sweep.
Oh, I thought you just wanted to turn that direction. And look.
You can go back the other way and paint that there.
Oh, you're trying to.
But yeah, it looks like it drops off pretty good there.
But there's another something in the distance.
Yeah.
The other something in the distance is what we want. I think it's this little mound.
40 meters away, yeah. Just question whether you want to drop down in between or not. Looks like it drops off pretty good there.
Science, do we want to go back to this little waypoint 2 mound?
You're saying, do we want to go towards waypoint 2 mound?
Yep.
Well,
Yes.
that's more back to the south anyway, right?
It'd be like 170 again.
Yeah. So we should do that, right?
Okay. Yep.
Roger.
Can I reset the DVL again?
Yep.
It's going to keep wandering it. The beams are going in and out.
Video's back online.
So I won't be able to come down, Robert, because you'll be deeper
Yeah.
than I am.
I think we ought to just shoot across.
You want to shoot across? Okay. So 170.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to put in a move. Bridge nav.
You get If you hold it steady, you'll get a good Norbit map across.
30 meters, 170.
Well, I'm going to try the auto depth.
Sure.
While we're up here, the more I look at things, the more I am leaning towards sponge for what we collected, and I also think it might be a carnivorous sponge, and that's why it had the little
Norbit on monitor one there.
the hairy projections.
What do carnivorous sponges eat?
Find your Norbit.
What was
Something to look at besides blue water.
Oh, they also eat, things that are floating around in the water column. They're not like going out and trapping anything, like Venus flytrap plants or anything, but
How are they different than non-carnivorous sponges?
non-carnivorous sponges are pumping water. They use special cells, so they have chambers inside of them, and those chambers are lined with special cells that have like little hairs or whips on them, and they keep a current moving through the sponge. So they sponges are just constantly filtering water through their bodies and then retaining zooplankton or organic matter or whatever is floating around in the water, and then consuming that.
That depth sensor is a lot better. We're not getting the dropouts. Before we were getting these big spikes here.
Yep.
So auto depth seemed to be working better now with that one. The higher update rate.
While we're zooming across this little mound, is it possible to send out the Norbit screen to the live stream?
Yeah, it's on PC2.
Cool. And maybe Dan can tell folks what they're seeing?
Yeah, that's a cool view.
Yeah, that's
PC2,
our...
right, Dan?
PC2, yeah.
Yeah, going by the CTD, the depth is like dead on.
Sweet.
Not budging.
Are you flying forward?
I haven't moved yet. I was waiting.
Yeah, you can start moseying along there.
Stepping ahead.
Right.
20 meters.
I don't know if you'll be able to step. You only got 3 beams. You might have to auto stick it.
So you only need 3 beams.
Yeah. You're gonna stick it faster. I'm running over you now.
I don't have the button engaged.
You need the button.
Man, having two
What are you thinking?
Having 2 Herc pilots up here is really something.
This is much better than I imagined this was going to go. Actually, they've been coordinating very peacefully.
He called me Mr. Magoo.
Well, if you ever have to get in a car with my wife, you'll hear that. No matter how, you can't, you're either driving too fast or too slow. It doesn't matter. What you're seeing there on satellite feed 3 is our multi-beam, downward-looking multi-beam on Hercules. And the image you're seeing is a model generated.
I'll speed up a bit.
There's a bit of red out in front of Herc right now. That's where we kind of did a sweep, so we call it the eye of Norbit. It looks out, depending on the altitude, it looks out 20 to hundreds of meters. It's kind of, there's a 120-degree beam coming off of there. The yellow bits at the bottom of the screen are what Robert is currently flying over.
Is there a difference between the multi-beam on Herc versus the one on the ship?
Yeah, big difference. The difference from a user standpoint is Hercules is currently about 17 meters off the seabed, where Nautilus is usually hundreds to thousands of meters off the seabed. So the resolution we're getting here is can be centimeter accuracy, where depending on the depth of
it's a much higher frequency sonar.
Depending on the depth of the water under Nautilus, it can be 25 to 100 meter accuracy. So a pixel would be the size of Nautilus, where a pixel here is the size of a pebble. And we can pick up basketball-sized objects 100 meters away from Hercules. One of the things that we're actively working on is to overlay photogrammetry that the wide field camera array will eventually get with the maps that Norbit is making. So you'll have a 3D map that is, what's the word I want? It's correct. I'm choking on the word. It's a real-time. It's a map that's accurate, as opposed to looking at a photograph. You don't know where the photograph was taken.
Yeah.
There's a word for that. I can't come up with it.
Georeferenced.
Georeferenced. Thank you.
Pilot's okay. Keep moving.
Yeah.
Spray the nav.
We're coming back into the wall again.
30 meters, 170. Great. Reacquiring.
You might be, I don't know. Oh, there it goes. So the model is slow to update, and the model is, we're using some software, obviously, to generate the image of Hercules, and what the software author calls voxels. So the Norbit is getting so much data that you would need a really high-power computer to display it in 3D real time. So he takes the data and kind of chunks it into a big box. Kind of, my analogy is like a Minecraft world.
All right, slowing down.
Roger. Last year we were experimenting. We always pick a dive path based on what the scientists are interested in and what our mappers come up with. But we were on the way down Sea Mountain. We were doing a 20-meter altitude run with Norbit, and by the time we got to the bottom, we'd have the map processed and displayed up here in 3D, and we could turn around and fly back up and pick up all the things that we can't see. Just wandered around in the dark with a flashlight.
What are some of the coolest features that you've produced maps of in this way with the Norbit?
I thought coming down the hill with the Norbit on, for me as an operator, that was one of the coolest features, because as you know, sitting over there trying to navigate the ship and not knowing where the next cliff is, or where the next drop-off is, or where the next interesting thing that we might find high-density communities. And being able to come back up the seamount and see those kind of features, see big long cracks or big outcrops or even big boulders when we have a kind of sandy, muddy bottom, we could anticipate ship moves hundreds of meters in advance. And when we're deep, it's, as you know, more challenging to position Atalanta because of the pendulum and the layback effect. So for us as operators up here in the front row, having that information in front of us as we're hiking up the hill in the dark with a flashlight is, you know, we get a God's eye view that's somewhere between what Atalanta is seeing and what the ship's multi-beam is seeing. I thought it was complete magic.
Hey. Yeah, this is a very different pace for shallow dives than it normally is. We're usually, you know, if you need to move the ship, it'll take a number of minutes to get things moving. Where here it's pretty instantaneous.
Yeah, if we're deep, it can take, you know, 10 to 20 minutes at times, depending on if we have to change direction or what the currents are doing. Or
yeah.
And Atalanta's a little more challenging than Argus, our other sled, because it's about a third of the weight. So it's, you know, like having a stick on the end of a string instead of a rock. The stick always doesn't go where you want to and is blown around by the wind, where a rock kind of hangs more straight down.
Okay, back to the seafloor.
Yeah.
There are some really good 3D models that we got of the this big basalt broken wall on our. I think there's a link on the Nautilus website.
The columnar basalt?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's one of my favorite formations.
They're, you can, if you're into 3D printing, you can download the model and 3D print them.
You can 3D print your own columnar basalt? That's pretty cool.
Oh. There's
like three-circle geology, or full-circle geology.
There's one floating around there in
really?
the studio.
Really? It's like my favorite thing to see on land or in the ocean. That's, if the question was what type of geology would you like to inhabit, I would like to inhabit columnar basalt.
Yeah, that's a good one for sure.
Maybe that'll be tomorrow's question.
Okay.
So hold that thought. Except now I have to think of a type of rock.
Hey, going back, flying manual.
Roger, manual mode. I'll put the, you want to leave that up there or you want your fisheye back up there?
You can switch off of that.
The back row's gotten a little spoiled with our 180-degree camera up top on Hercules there. We can see those critters coming a mile away.
So Samantha, I defer to pilots on speed, but yeah, whatever to make up some time here is good with us back here.
Roger. Well, we've got a little mound here. You can go up and over.
Yeah, but you can see over the top.
So it's not, it's not as impressive as the map suggests.
Yeah, that makes it look.
Do you want to keep at 0.3 or you want to up the beans?
Oh, we want to go quicker? What are we coming to here? Well, we got that little.
We're only at waypoint 2 in the little mound, and then it's going to be flat.
That's not very big. What are the contours there?
Oh, you're going to make me look at the map settings?
When I was doing math, it looked like we needed to make like 300 an hour or so, so we're a little behind.
I think it's 10 meter contours.
All right. More beans.
More beans.
More beans.
0.5? 0.4?
We can try.
Yeah. Well, maybe 0.4, and then we get over that lumpus, then we can.
Okay. Roger, lumpus. Bridge, nav. Let's do 30 meters, bearing 170 at 0.4 knots. Ooh, switching it up. Here we go. Vroom, vroom.
Oh, can you zoom in, Dave?
Yep, zoom in.
Or, not Dave.
We're like ninjas over here.
Dave has left the building. Sorry, I was just picking up while you were zooming in.
What's that orange bit there? Is that sponge? What is that? All right, you can zoom back out.
Zooming out.
Five 75666. Good.
Could we look at what that is to the left of the lasers, if that's like a clump of sponge spicules or?
Hey, can we zoom in again?
Down.
Oh, down?
Yeah. It looks like a bunch of sponge spicules. A sponge has died here. Sponge was here. Cool. We haven't seen any of those sponges, whatever it was, yet. That's good. Oh, and a tiny paragorgid or a hemicorallium.
You got more zoom?
Sure. Probably hemicorallium. Precious coral. Good on zoom there.
All right, carrying on. All right, you can zoom back out.
Zooming out.
I think it looks like there's not much here, but part of the problem is that it's all like less than 3 centimeters big. There's a lot of tiny stuff here. There's every time we zoom in, I see a bunch of crabs and all kinds of echinoderms.
How come yours is so noisy? What's up with that?
My comms?
Yeah, you got a lot of static.
It's coming off of the winch box there.
Oh.
I got my hand on high voltage.
Oh, we don't have the ground wire on there.
Not the external one, no. It's internal ground, I think. I'm not getting shocked. Also, the craft controller is noisy.
For those viewers who've just tuned in, I see a whole bunch of you from all over the world: Switzerland, India, Norway, Singapore, Ukraine. Welcome. Right now, we are exploring the northwestern slope of Angar and examining both the biodiversity that's there as well as the geophysical characteristics.
Another what?
Can we zoom on the squat lobster over here quickly? Briefly.
Are we still marching, or what's happening?
Now we'll keep marching.
Okay.
Bridge now. 30 meters, 170.
A lot of these like snake stars, if we could zoom on one as we pass by at some point, that'd be nice.
Jacob, we gonna zoom in on this?
Going in.
Yeah. Great, thanks. So yeah, that's a type of ophiuroid related to the brittle stars.
Right at the end of the rope.
You
And
can
come
see
down somewhat.
more of those
Plenty of water in
I
there.
was all right.
mucus nets as we come up out of zoom here. They collected one of those on a previous dive. We were seeing some yesterday too. We're good on the zooms here. Tiny squat lobster.
All that work for nothing, huh?
No, it's
It's always
beautiful.
that way. They always do that.
Want me to pull wide, ROV?
Yeah.
Pulling wide.
So many little squat lobsters all over the place when you zoom in. They must be teeny tiny, like 1 centimeter. Carapace.
There's a good one right below you to your right if you're waiting for tether. Just to the right of the craft.
A squat lobster?
No, one of those Medusas just under the porch now.
Oh, you way back.
Oh, just
You talking about this one in the nook and cranny, or
come down right there?
This?
That one.
So Dan called that a Medusa.
Jacob, can we zoom in?
Going in.
Medusa was one of the Gorgon sisters, and these are Gorgonocephalids. So they're named after them. And Euryalid, Euryalides, the family. Euryalid is one of the other Gorgon sisters, along with Medusa. So they definitely take their name from that. That's cool. See the
A good shot there. The rock overhangs the porch a little, so Robert can get right up close and personal.
3 arthropods right there in one shot.
Beautiful shot, Robert.
Yeah. They also look like they're hanging on with a lot of current, but I guess that's our thrusters, huh?
No, I don't know. Robert's got the gentle touch. He's barely got any forward on.
Not throwing beans at it.
Their hair is blowing in the wind.
I don't know about the button on top. It's not super convenient.
It took me a while. I accidentally hit it a few times to figure out why the ROV wouldn't go where I wanted it to.
The ship's stopping so that you'll catch up.
Roger.
Okay, we're good here. Hey, moving on.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Robert. That'll give me nightmares for days. See if I can sneak a pan left in on you.
Could you square up the camera for me?
I did.
Oh, you did.
I snuck it in there later.
We need to figure out our stick arrangement.
You got one more dive left for the season.
Well, I don't think we're gonna. I doubt it. We're gonna get a new joy box out of this.
Yeah.
We'll never agree on what it is.
We are actually. We're gonna test the one that's down there in the.
The play school one.
The black one.
With the play school joysticks in it.
Oh, I can put your good sticks in it if you want.
I thought we were talking about like multifunction.
Yeah, yeah. Surprised you haven't brought one out yet. I have a whole thing. I did it. We went down to the logging exposition there in Eugene. They have all the high-end logging equipment with all the ruggedized joysticks, all the high-end outdoor, high cycle, all the big kids were there. John Deere, Caterpillar, and then all the people that make all the timber processing equipment. Harsh environment. You got a bunch of pictures of different manufacturers of stuff they were using.
We probably should start with a low budge one and figure out what we want, though.
Well, I need a budget. I can be anywhere between
a couple
$100
$100
and a couple thousand, up to
you want
5,000 would be my.
I don't think you want to start there. And
I do.
Could we look at bottom left corner? Looks like there's a sponge or something.
On top of the rock there?
Yeah, over there. Thank you. It can be my point assistant. I will very much appreciate that.
I'm on it.
Thank you. Ship stopped.
Roger.